Hey everyone, it's Harvest here with another video, and I have a special treat for you all. Michael Rowlands, and he's attacking Bering again, calling him a bully again. And I figured this time I was gonna let him have it for this. After all, what the hell's he gonna do to me and my 40 subscribers? I don't have shit to lose. I can do whatever the hell I want. So let's take a look at what he's got to say.
Bering is a YouTuber whose channel is dedicated to criticizing people he finds to be disagreeable.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he does, but it's also kind of what you do, you know. The commentary is in the entertainment industry is screwing with people that you don't agree with. Kind of how it works.
He creates videos about various people and shares them with his 200,000 subscribers.
Bringing the subscriber count into this, because, you know, how big your following is ultimately affects the viability or the validity of your group. Yeah, that really doesn't do it unless he's... I'm thinking he's probably trying to pull some sort of look at me, I'm the smaller guy, you should pity me, I'm the underdog. Yeah, no one's falling for that shit. It's stupid.
That in itself is fine. I can live with that.
But I'm pretty sure there's a but. There's a but coming up. Big but. I'm talking like your mom, like whale size butt. We are talking just so much butt. Like, more booty than Tracer from Overwatch could handle.
But it is what happens afterwards that I find to be so intolerable.
Told you. There was a butt. And it was a big butt.
Bering has an influence over his subscribers, as many people with large fan bases do, and Bering uses that influence to bully and harass the people he doesn't agree with into silence.
Oh, God. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't cut that off. He really didn't finish his sentence. He's great. Not that I can say much. I stutter a lot, but hey, speech impediment, whatever. Still, I hate this stupid thing. How the hell do you control your fan base? He's not fucking Hitler going out giving speeches to people and throwing orders down from Twitter. He's fucking making videos, and then you have people who are, of course, trolls and just want to screw with people and go and screw with people. Hell, I fucking do that. They don't have to send us. They don't want to send us. They put little fucking disclaimers and everything that they're not sending us to do anything, that what we do is our own decision. That's one of the problems with people underneath, like, the feminist or leftist idea, is that it's this really paranoid idea that everything is against them, that there's this big group coming against them. No, it's a bunch of people, but it's not a group. It's basically just people coming to you. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. And you hear that, and then you look at people. Okay, what do they all like? Oh, they all like Bering. Bering must have sent them to go and fuck with me. No. He does not have any control over anyone. Everyone does shit of their own free fucking will.
Let's take a look at some examples, shall we? To start with, here are some examples of small channels. Notice how the views are low and they are pretty evenly distributed. Now here's an example of a channel that Bering has targeted. Notice the views on the targeted video. They're disproportionately higher to the rest. Now notice the dislikes on the targeted video. Again, disproportionately high.
Well, welcome to the big YouTuber effect. You have a big YouTuber look at your stuff, you get a lot of views, and if it's a video going and taking a comedic effect and satire on your ideas, chances are you're gonna get a lot of dislikes. But you know what else you're gonna get? Ad revenue. No problem. I don't care if any of y'all insult me. Come right on. have people insult me, look at my videos, go through the ads, dislike, leave a mean comment, whatever. Give me that ad revenue, please.
And the comments?
You mad, bro? Can't handle a troll? Having trouble with that? Can't deal with a couple shitlords just fucking around? Well, don't go on iFunny or 4chan. You will die there. You can't handle a couple people fucking with you from the keyboard. Welcome to the internet, motherfucker. This isn't gonna stop. Fucking idiot.
It seems clear to me that in creating a video about another YouTuber, Bearing influences his audience to view that original video.
Yeah, to show that he isn't taking them out of context, and that way they can actually watch the whole video and come to their own conclusions. I mean, yes, some people have already been convinced by Bearing by the time they watch it, and therefore they do kind of come in with, I guess, a bias or whatever, but no one's ever truly objective. But no, they're going to watch the video to check the context. And sure, yeah, some people are going there to dislike, to sub and unsub. Some people are going there to fucking leave a comment or whatever. But that's their own fucking choice. Bearing, and people like Bearing, they put the link in the description to show that they're taking this video in its proper context. Which I know you all say that they don't, and that things get edited and everything. Well, you know, that's kind of how editing works. And Michael Rowlands, I would not be talking about editing if I were you, with that video making Bearing look like he's okay with rape.
The only thing that I assume there is that rape is okay.
Which was just god awful. You couldn't even blame that on connection lag, the way that sounded. That was obvious jump cuts. If you want to actually edit shit, get good at it. Like, actually put some fucking effort into it to actually make it sound believable. That was so god-awfully bad. I mean, if anyone actually believes that edit that you did, and I'm using edit with so many air quotes in that because that was fucking horrendous. So, don't give me that shit.
It also seems clear to me that once they are there, they spit hate, bile, and abuse all over the comment sections of these videos, as well as leaving thousands of dislikes.
And bringing in a shit ton of ad revenue. If I got paid money for people to look at me and be like, huh, that's a fucking idiot, from a screen thousands of miles away, and to give me a little thumbs down bar, I'd fucking do it. I'd fucking do it for days. In fact, that's kind of what I am doing. But that's like the easiest fucking thing ever. Make people not like you and get paid. That is a fucking gold mine. You should be appreciative of this. He's making you money. He's leaving you the links that way people can go there and give you fucking money, you retard.
Any honest person would admit these things.
And you know what? Bearing does acknowledge that his base, his fan base, goes and fucks with people. Everyone goes and fucks with people. It's called trolling. It's one of the things that just happens on the internet. Can't handle the heat, get out of the fucking kitchen.
Bearing seems like a reasonably smart guy, so I would assume that he would agree that these things are true as well.
He doesn't deny them. He doesn't deny that his fan base goes out and trolls. What he does have a problem with, and what I have a problem with, is you saying that it's bullying and harassment and that he's actually controlling this. He's not. He makes a video, people like it, and being fucking trolls, like pretty much everyone on the fucking internet is, they go and they fuck with people. Simple as that. Rules of the internet. Fuck with people.
The question is Bering responsible for this abuse?
No, he's not.
Is he responsible for something that he knows happens after he's done a thing? Is the fact that his intention, he claims, is not to incite hatred and promote abuse of people he disagrees with, mean that he is, therefore, not responsible for this abuse and hatred?
Nope, nope, no, nope, nope, no, nope, nope, nope. Not responsible. People make their own fucking decisions. He is not God. He does not control them like the fucking puppet master. He makes a video, and a bunch of trolls want to go and fuck with people. It's not that hard to understand.
Should he be allowed to remain apathetic towards the horrible things that happen in his name? Should a person be held accountable for their actions when it is painfully clear that those actions are causing other people harm, distress, or to be silenced?
Well, if someone's actually doing that shit, yeah, hold them accountable. What he's doing is making a video, making a commentary, and what happens is people go, they leave a couple comments, they hit a thumbs down button, when someone can disable comments, delete comments, manage comments, turn off ratings, or simply, do what everyone else on the internet has done and fucking take it like a man. And I know you're gonna get so fucking triggered if that's a little metaphor. So fuck you anyway. It's so funny that you can't take this shit. You get so much fucking money out of this shit. I swear, part of me wonders if all these flame wars that are just happening and these video wars between people, it's literally just like a fucking choreographed plot for fucking ad revenue. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. I know that this is all some stupid bullshit over a TEDx talk, and you not being able to understand the difference between a rape apologist and someone trying to say that legally a given scenario does not provide enough evidence for a conviction. Overall, you're just a fucking idiot, Michael Rowlands. You are a fucking idiot.
If a person gets drunk and drives their car into a crowd of people, killing and maiming dozens, should they be held responsible for something they knew could happen if they chose to drive drunk? Does the fact that their intention was not to harm these people matter in the slightest? Should they be allowed to remain apathetic towards the results of their choices and get behind the wheel and drive drunk again? No.
Wrong fucking metaphor, you fucktard. Wrong fucking metaphor. So now, after this whole TEDx debacle, where you were arguing that a drunk woman can't give consent and can't be responsible for any sexual actions, you want to talk about drunk drivers being responsible? Something's gotta give. So which one is it? Drunk people aren't responsible. That they can't be blamed for their choices. Or that they are fully accountable. Which is it? You fucking idiots.
Bering is a bully, intentionally or not.
No, he's not. He's not. You're just a little bitch.
Bering claims that he is against the behavior exhibited by much of his audience, that he has a disclaimer on his videos that discourages abuse and harassment, and yet it does not stop.
Yeah, he does have a disclaimer. It's on the beginning of every video. And if people ignore that, it's their choice. Just like it's their fucking choice to be a troll and go fuck with other videos. Which they have the full right and ability to do so. It's their fucking choice. Bering does not control them. He's not the fucking puppet master. He's not... Bering is not standing over us, threatening to maul us in the woods if we don't go and fuck with people. He's not doing that shit. He does not control us. Just because you have 1,000 fucking sheep that can't think for themselves and will listen to your new commenting policy or whatever to make sure you don't get triggered in your little safe space. Just because you have some fucking sheeple doesn't mean that everyone is a bunch of fucking idiots that can't make their own choices. That's Bering's fan base. People who all have their own decisions. They're their own people. They have free will, and they exercise it. They are not controlled by Bering or anyone. They make their own fucking decisions.
I propose that if Bering actually cared about bullying and harassment, that he would make ongoing, vocal pronouncements of his opposition to this behavior. He would make it abundantly clear, as often as he could, that he is not okay with how his audience behaves.
But he doesn't want to control his audience. He doesn't have the ability to control his audience. There's no reason to do that. He has the disclaimer. That's all he needs. All he needs to do is make sure that you understand, which you clearly can't. You're not intellectually capable of understanding that he does not fucking control them. You fucking idiot. So, what he is doing is everything that he needs to do. And in addition, being a bastion of freedom, which is a really good thing. You should really try to understand freedom, you know, as much as you think you're supporting any sort of rights whatsoever. You continuously call for rights to be taken. He doesn't want to limit people in what they say and what they do. Other than the boundaries of the law, people can do whatever they want, including calling you a little fucking bitch in the comments section. If you don't like it, welcome to the internet, get the fuck over it, we'll get some lube for you. That way it hurts less.
But I know that he won't.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to stop. He shouldn't. It's his channel, it's his choice. If the people are going to be assholes, they're going to be assholes whether or not he tells them to. He doesn't have to do shit.
Firstly, because he would take a massive hit to his subscriber base and his income.
No, he wouldn't. I'm sure there are people, myself included, that if he was to actually start taking hits to his subscriber base, I would make like 30 accounts just so I could watch all of his videos for the ad revenue and then donate to his Patreon from each of those 30 accounts. There are people that would keep him going. He is... He is not worried about his subscriber base at all. You, well, I mean, you have a bunch of sheeple, but I think some people will begin to wise up, so you should start worrying about your channel.
And secondly, because it would require intense self-reflection and a maturity level that I believe that he does not possess.
Projection much? Talking about fucking maturity and self-reflection. Oh, God. You know, I just love hearing hypocrisy just flow out of people's mouth like diarrhea in a fucking Taco Bell restroom.
And a commitment to intellectual honesty and integrity that he is not willing to make.
Intellectual honesty and integrity? You wouldn't know anything about intellect, integrity, or honesty if your life depended on it. You wouldn't know anything about any of that. You are so far removed from intelligence, from honor, from integrity. You have no right to be talking about this in any sense.
Now, as some of you may or may not know, I recently did a video about Bering, pointing out some of his toxic ideas and exposing him as a bully and an inciter of internet harassment.
Oh, so you've done it more than once. And you're still having to drive that point because people know you're a fucking idiot.
Now, I was done making videos about Bering. I had said what I needed to say, and that was fine, but because Bering is such an immature baby, he continues to whinge and cry about me and the things that I have said, and rather than actually do some self-reflection like a normal adult, he has decided to try and get under my skin.
Projection, so much goddamn projection. No, that wasn't the most beautiful singing, but however awful my voice sounded, that's pretty much what I'm hearing. As well as just stupidity, just so much fucking stupidity. I know that like my entire premise is harvesting stupidity, but this is almost too much. This is too much.
Today I liked a video by a small YouTuber who was talking about feminism. Almost immediately after this, Bering tweeted a winky face at this. He then went to the comment section of the video to comment, and the views and the dislike ratio were pretty normal at this point.
And following his video and his comments and whatnot, what happened was she got a bunch of she got a bunch of views, probably a shit ton of ad revenue, and shouldn't be complaining.
About 4 hours later, he released a video about this girl, and since then the views and dislikes and awful comments have been swiftly rising.
You mean just like the ad revenue? This girl's banking off of this shit. I would love if Bering did a video on me. I would love it. My subscriber count, my views, my ad revenue, through the roof. I would be making it if Bering did a video on me. I wish. Like, part of me has wanted to make like a troll video pretending to be a feminist, just so Bering or Undoomed or Suit Yourself, one of those guys, I wish they would make a video about me. That would be amazing. It would help my channel so much, and I'm sure it helped her channel. Yeah, they got a bunch of dislikes and a bunch of mean comments that hurt my fifis. Get the fuck over it, you're making money.
And in fact, some of Bering's fans even admit they were sent there by Bering.
They admitted they were sent there by Bering. And how the fuck would this be done? Because I don't see Bering on his Twitter, "Now is the time, my puppets, attack." I don't see that on his Facebook. I don't see that anywhere. So please explain how General Bering is doing a stealth coordination of troop movements. Please explain how he does this. Also, you seem to not be able to understand the idea of a troll.
And as of an hour after Bering releasing his video, the original video was removed from YouTube. Now, Bering knows I care deeply about internet harassment and abuse. He knows that I think him to be one of the worst spearheaders of this kind of behavior in the YouTube community. So it seems odd to me that Bering would make one of his criticisms about a feminist video that I liked immediately after I liked it, even going so far as to credit me for pointing it out to him.
Yeah, I don't think that's odd at all. I think he's fucking with you. And even then, that's the whole premise of his channel, is going and fucking with stupid people with stupid ideas. It's wonderful, really. It's wonderful. There's a reason he has so many subscribers. He's good at what he does. And what he does is fuck with people. Welcome to being fucked with. Welcome to the internet.
And still claim that he is not complicit in the harassment and abuse and silencing of dozens of other YouTubers.
Projection! Projection! I love when feminists and SJWs and retards like this just go and act like they're the big proponent of free speech. rage when they are the most censorship-driven group that has ever existed. I mean, my God. Oh, man. The hypocrisy is real. So much hypocrisy.
Bering knows what he is doing, and he uses it to silence those who don't agree with him, and when those people don't back down, he uses it to get under their skin.
Projection, projection. Everywhere I see so much projection. I swear, this guy is talking in a mirror. And he must, like, have a nickname. He must call himself Bering. Because I swear he's talking about himself.
I was not intimidated by his attempts to silence me, and now he's going after my ideals.
You seem intimidated or bothered or something since you seem to go after it so heavily. And about Bering going after your ideals, that's kind of what he's always done. He's always fucked with feminism and stupidity, which seem to be your core values. It's what he does.
It is a cowardly, reprehensible bullying tactic. He is willing to subject a smaller, younger YouTuber to waves of abuse and harassment just so that he can get a rise out of me.
Yeah, and it seems to be working. And how's that ad revenue coming? Fucking idiot.
This is not a man who deserves support. He does not deserve money. He does not deserve a platform. He does not deserve a place among the YouTube community. What he does deserve is to be exposed for the immature, cowardly bully that he is.
And there we have it. Calling for censorship. There we have Michael Rowlands this whole time bitching about people being mean to him, and so what he wants to do is shut Bering down entirely. Saying that Bering does not deserve respect, he does not deserve a platform, he does not deserve the support of anyone. Well, Michael Rowlands, there are 200,000 people that disagree with you. There are 200,000 people that are going around to show you that Bering is an amazing YouTuber, that we support Bering fully and absolutely, and we will stand by him. We will stand by someone who is willing to stand against stupidity, like yourself. We support him fully. I, Harvest, the Pumpkin Lord of Darkness, stand behind Bering and give him my full support. See, the thing is with all of this, you could have just, taken it in stride, had your little hangout debate, whatever, but you came after Bering. You came after him personally. Bering, he makes videos about people's ideals and whatnot, and he'll go and make fun of a video, but generally, that's about it. He'll make fun of a video, puts it up, gets a little ad revenue, leaves a link, sends people, and that has people coming over to you and giving you ad revenue. It's a win-win for everyone. You want to bitch about it, and you want to come after him personally. So he comes back personally as well. The thing is, where the subscriber count does come into play is you fuck with one Bering, and you fuck with 200,000 fans. You like your mob mentality, but now you're seeing it against you. Welcome to the internet, that fuckboy. Welcome to the internet. You have no idea the shitstorm you're stirring up. But people are gonna show you. You're gonna see. It's not gonna be fun. So, come back at Barry. Come back at me, Michael Rowlands. Come fight. Bring your special snowflakes and all your stupidity. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have lots and lots of fun.